Come on. All right. All right, let me check when that timer goes off. Where is the time? Okay. At 3, okay. All right. Okay. I'll just put my hood up. All right. Actually, nah. It feels a bit much. All right. Hello. Welcome everyone. It's me, Night Lord 131, coming to you live from the beautiful United States of America. It is 1:34 in the afternoon, Central Standard Time, and I have a lot of cool stuff to tell you guys that is on the horizon. So, uh-oh. Oh no! Come on. You're ruining the intro. Please. Just give me a sec. My apologies. Just give me a sec. I have something really cool to tell you. It's a personal news and it is some other stuff. Come on. Right, there they are. Oh, no, you don't. Alright. Just give me a sec to, like, put away all this stuff. Alright. I'm going to say it. I am... Well, the first thing I should probably say is that I have my Misfits video. It's currently still being worked on, but when it gets finished, I will provide a link to that video in the chat. I'll put down a link for it so you guys can go watch it on your own time. Second big thing is that my birthday will actually be coming up in January, specifically January 3rd. I'm going to be streaming on my birthday later in the day, so if you want to swing by and wish me a happy birthday, very much appreciated. So, yeah. It's going to be happening. And, what else? I have a couple of other big things to talk about today. I'll just wait until some more people come in. But how is your guys' days going? That's what I'm curious about. Alright. Just give me a sec. I was thinking about streaming a bit later, but I didn't have, I have to get something out of, the oven in a little bit, so, I was thinking to just do this early. So, you know. All right. What else? Ooh, okay. I want to hold this on for I want to hold this one for just a little bit, but it is the very big major news. Um, well, you know what? I I'll just peel it now because I'm like very excited. In February, right after I go see Bad Religion and the Offspring, immediately after I see them, I'm going to be flying out to New York. Oh, hi, welcome. And I'm going to be um, flying to Europe, actually. I'm going to be um, going to Europe for the very first time, specifically to Rome. So, yeah, I'm very excited. So, but yeah, welcome to the stream, Tora the Hunter. Nice to see you again. But yeah, that's all. Learn Italian. Yeah, you know, I'm. I've been working on my German for a while, but I will be taking a little bit of a break to learn some Italian. So, yeah. I've never been to Europe at all in my life, so like to see the comparison between like why not come to Germany? Well, I'm going to be going with some friends, and we're going to be just heading to Italy, Rome. But in the future, I will certainly come to Germany, and maybe it can help me improve my German. uh, but yeah, that's all. Like that's been going on with me basically. What's up, home slice? Oh, I'm doing good. I just said that I am going to Italy in February, early February. So yeah, I didn't know I would be going to Italy until like very recently. So yeah, you know, it's kind of crazy to really imagine. If I would take like forever to even visit a different country in Europe or anything like that, but nope, just going to Italy. So we'll get that Italian mail. Yes, I will. I will make sure to. You know what? Maybe that Italian metal music might actually help me. I, I may need to like tone my voice to like not be metal, but we'll see about that. But yeah, that's the pretty big news, and I will be making a YouTube video like all about like my first impressions of Rome. We're going to be seeing like the Colosseum and a bunch of other stuff in Rome. So It's gonna be so cool. But yeah, how have you guys been doing today? Are you excited to go? Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like I asked my boss if it was okay for me to like, take off for a couple days, and it was like, when I said I was going to Rome, he was like, "That's awesome, man. You can go." And like, I've been like telling everyone, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to Rome. I'm gonna see like, you know, everything like that." So yeah, I've been very excited. Wait, can you guys hear me well? All right. Okay. Perfect. But yeah, I've been so excited. Like I know I know like a sizable amount of like what to do in like Italy, but I'm very curious to see like what it's going to actually really be like. For how do you say this? The people that live over in Europe, it's like, oh, nothing. It's like whatever. But like I don't know. This will be my first time like leaving the North American continent. You should vlog it or something like that. It would be cool. Yeah. I'm going to be making like a vlog style video all about like my first impressions of Rome. I have a video all about like Chicago, and I'm still to work on it, but it will. I'll do that. I'll give my first impressions, like walking through the city. Have fun to get scammed there. Wait, let me guess. If you've been to Italy, well, I'm assuming you were scammed there. That's why. I don't want to. I don't want to imagine like getting scammed in Rome, but if that's happened to you, do tell more, please. This is necessary information. All right. Oh, by the way, if any of you have Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, oh, don't ever let people sell you shit. Don't let people give you stuff in your hands on the street. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. I shall keep that in mind. Just like any other city, I would imagine. Okay. But yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, my birthday will be coming up in January actually, so I'm gonna be doing a. Okay, just give me a sec. I will be doing a birthday stream in January, January the 3rd, because it's my birthday on that day. So, yeah. Italians sold me that. I never was in Italy. Interesting. So, cool. It's going to be really fun. But, yeah, I'm going to. Your Spotify age is 48. You want to know my Spotify age? I'll just put it to you like this. I believe it said I was like, I think 58? 58. They put me at 58. Like, immediately when I saw that, I was thinking, check it again. Well, I'll yeah. I was trying to think of like a funny joke, and I was thinking, like, damn, no wonder I'm single. Nobody's got the same taste as I do around me, lol. Like that kind of stuff. Oh. Oh well. My top genres. I know that you don't like metalcore, Tor the Hunter, but my top genre was metalcore, hardcore punk, gothic rock, rock, and the fifth one was psychobilly. I was kind of surprised that metalcore was that high because I like metalcore, but not to like an annoying degree. I don't find. Okay, just give me a sec. I don't find people in my age range that are not into deathcore or metalcore. Yeah. Like, honestly, I brought up psychobilly before in the past, but I've never met a person who's interested in psychobilly, like, ever. It's usually just older folks who are into like psychobilly. And I was saying to myself, man, I kind of screwed myself, but I like psychobilly music. It's fun. Like with some pieces of music, they they're not they don't put you in a good headspace sometimes. Like they're not always fun to listen to. But with psychobilly music, oh boy, am I having a grand old time. With bands like Creep Show and obviously Tiger Army and a bunch of stuff like that. The horror pops. But yeah. Trying to think. What else? But yeah, how else has everyone been recently? All right. Okay. Oh yeah, my my list of the my top 5 bands for the Spotify. Oh boy. Oh wait, let me see. I don't find the people like me who love melodic, groovy shit in death and black metal. You know, but hey, that kind of means like it's going to be much, harder to find people, but hey, like if you guys can like vibe to the same kind of shit, then that's great. That's wonderful. Like there's a lot of people I know personally who like K-pop and like K-pop, R&B, pop of all kinds, and emo rap actually. But I don't know. I feel like some people they're like they don't see how wide music can really be, especially when it comes to like heavier stuff. Like I think it's like the hyper aggressiveness can really push off some people, but you know, Each to their own. But hey, if I can find someone, you know, who vibes with me and we can listen to some like, oh, I don't know. All music is great. I do agree. Well, I don't like country or rap, but as I said before, I'm I used to be like pretty against like those kinds of music, but uh, there are another way of people expressing themselves, like with psychobilly, for example. That's a descendant of rockabilly music, which rockabilly was like the fusion of rock music and country. That's how we would get like Johnny Cash, who was a really great musician during his time. Like, I used to be like saying butt country in rap, but I don't know. I feel like that's pretty skewed to like, you know, put such a look down on a certain genre. The only kind of music I really don't fuck with is what's that thing called? NSMB. That. NSMB. And if any of you know what that is, yeah, fuck that. Anyone who prescribes themselves to that kind of stuff. Today I heard a lot of death and slapped specific flesh. I've never heard of that band, but I will look into that one. Do you like poetry? Oh yeah, of course. I like poetry. I don't really read much poetry, but you know. When it comes to like poetry and music, I bring them up before, but I feel Acid Bath, the great band from Louisiana, is very poetic in a bunch of their songs, like Tranquilized and stuff like that. You don't know Death? No, I know. Of course, anyone who knows metal, or at least knows it pretty well, knows who Death is. Of course, I know who Death is. I don't know the last one though, but I will look into that band. But yeah, of course I know who Death is. Just some rap artists that are more poetic. No, I my my relation to rap music is also really small. Like there's this one Ice Cube song I do like, and besides that, I haven't really explored like artists in that space. Is like deaf and classical music had a baby. Oh, that's cool. You know. Yeah. Um yeah, I'll look into that band. But well no, that space. But I've also listened to Tupac before, and as I said, my relation to that genre is like very small. I could suggest you some artists. Yes, please. If you know any good like artists you think I would like, let me know. Or if you have like a genre fusion artist, then what Ice Cube song? What is it? Is it? I'm not sure. I I'll have to like look it up or something. It was like check. It was check yourself. before you wreck yourself or something like that. I need to get a I need to get a hoe for my farm. Yeah, that's the only song that I was like, damn, this is actually good. And I was listening to the band Creeper on iHeartRadio, and then they came up that song by Ice Cube, and I was like, damn, this is actually really good. So, fun stuff indeed. Ooh. But yeah, if you have any artists, just let me know. And on my own time, I will look at the artists and the bands, because I always enjoy spreading my musical wings, if that makes sense. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, I am familiar with Tyler, the Creator. I have listened to a few of his songs before. Oh, that's sick. Yeah. Nice. When it comes to when it comes to um mm, if anyone, well, okay. This is a little bit controversial slightly, because there are some metalheads who will say no, 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 they're not, like all this kind of stuff. But I think if a person who really likes rap music or funk or any of those kinds of genres, and they wanted to know what a good gateway genre to metal would be, like I would personally say, besides Limp Bizkit for new metal, I would also say Rage Against the Machine is also a good fusion band to get into for alternative metal that borders on that space. I didn't really listen to Rage Against the Machine because I didn't really know if I would like it, but then when I started listening to their stuff, I was like, damn, this is actually sick. Genre bending and genre fusing musical acts are my bread and butter. I don't know. That's just, is it bad if you like Limp Bizkit? No. I used to be on the anti Limp Bizkit train just because of their name. like no disrespect to the band, but Limp Bizkit. What type of name is that? But I do fuck with it. You know, yeah, great stuff. What else is a good one? Do any of you guys like new metal? Or alternative metal, however you want to define that beast? No? Ooh. I have told some metalheads I know. I like them. Mm. Yeah. I don't know. Each to their own. Says that you're. Oh, Paramore. That's emo slash pop punk stuff. Which Paramore, great. Yeah, I know you said that you were 48. Uh, musical listening wise, what would be classified as new metal? Oh boy, that's mm. You're 62. Mob. Get this. For my Spotify rap, they said I was like 50, 58, 58. My gosh. Hey, you know what? There's no shame. There's no shame, man. I I like some of the oldies too. Like I used to listen to a lot of like the oldest I saw in the oldest I saw in a metal server is 72. What the fuck? Oh man. Oh my gosh. Old music fucks, you know? Like Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, they're great, man. Oh man. Oh, yeah. Be gone, beast. I'm not going to lie, fam. 50 fits you mentally. Yeah, I don't know. Like that genre is like fun. It can be fun. I think like if you can listen to a certain genre and like, well, I'm trying to think of it how I put this. I do like all different kinds of alternative music, but this is the big but. I think like being ooh Stevie Wonder. Um, just give me a sec. Um, I think like being open minded to like all different kinds of music really gives you like a better sense of like, you know, liking different ways of how people express themselves. Ste- just give me a sec. Late 80s and early 90s, really like er, just give me a sec. I don't know that many like black metal bands actually that are from like the 90s. I'm familiar with it but not to like an insane degree of like black metal bands from that time period. Stevie Wonder, that's sick. James Brown. If you can only hear, what would it be? 80s, 1980s, uh, and that would have to be like hardcore punk. Hardcore punk from the 80s. Actually, my Spotify rap, when it said like you were like 58 or something like that, it said early 80s, 90s. You know, that is a good choice. Let's see. I'm trying to find. Yeah. A lot of good stuff in the 90s, music wise. Let's see. I need. How much? Okay. I just need like some more sticks. Uh sorry if you okay, not to sound like those people, but if you don't want to see the ads, you can always subscribe, but it's completely optional. I don't have any emotes yet, but I will. I have old school and somewhat modern metal in one, you know. Oh, okay. Fun indeed. But yeah, my what was I gonna say? I'm really excited. My oh, 90s give you both. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Hmm. The only concert I'm going to see is I brought this up before, but just been ripping with these 6 ads back to back. I know. Like, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I was trying to figure out like a good ad space, like enough like space for me to make some money, and then it doesn't get like annoying for you guys. But it's kind of hard to like, you know, find that good balance. So, yes, I need this. But yeah, no, my apologies for the ads. But again, like, I do need to make that dough, kind of. I would recommend something, but I don't know. It's TOS. Hey, you know what? Let's not jump the. Let's try not to jump the gun. So maybe some other time. You know, a lot of metal bands, um, not just metal bands, but punk bands too. Oh my goodness, they are not TOS. Like besides like, what's some weird metal bands? I mean, because ads. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Hmm. I don't know. I've heard some pretty crazy stuff in my life when it comes to music. Nice. You know what's a actually interesting, well, interesting band that I've been wanting to explore? They're a grindcore band called. They are called Napalm Death. Like, I don't know. I've been wanting to see what this whole grindcore thing is all about, but it's like, geez, I don't know if I can withstand that kind of stuff. To be honest with you. Okay, we need to get more water. Wow, okay. We're doing pretty good time wise. I have like to take something out of the oven in a little bit. So, ooh, this is a good question. How many years do we have left until modern music is dead and we can only hear old shit? You know, I don't know. That's actually a great question. I have no idea. Oh, okay, never mind. My my sister will be taking the meatloaf out of the oven. Oh, don't get me started on that AI shit. I recently heard that Time Warner Music, I believe they're called. Get this. They like these music labels are now at the point that like the artists who signs their contracts, Time Warner now has like the ability to make new music off of their artists. It's already a huge problem. Yeah, and it's going to get worse. You know, like it's not going to just affect metal and punk or any. It's going to affect every single artist. No, no person should be happy about that. No music artist, no like person who does digital art or anything like that. Nobody should be happy about it. But there's some motherfuckers out there. Part of my language. I don't usually talk like this, but with this specific thing, I'm very passionate about it. So, but AI is nothing. It really is nothing. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of resources, and it does whole much terrible shit than it would like. How do you say this? Like with data centers, for example, they use up a lot of water, and well, if a community is right next to these data centers, they are taking so much water from the local environment. It pollutes the water. It's disgusting. Again, not to go on a whole tangent about. Yeah, if they bring Chuck back just to make new deaf music, I will be mad. You know, I don't know. There's a lot of like great musicians that I think you can never really replicate. Like as much as it would like be upsetting, like as much as I really wish that Black Sabbath was still around, because I never got to see, Ozzy. Well, he was still around. May he rest in peace. But no, I feel it would be extremely disrespectful to like bring back Black Sabbath without Ozzy Osbourne. Even though like Black Sabbath kicked him from the band, there wouldn't be a we there wouldn't be a Black Sabbath without Ozzy. Like imagine if some like oh, I don't know. They tried to like replace every single person from Metallica or like from Cannibal Corpse or something. I don't think like you still need the original lineup or they're not going to be, you know, the same band. They've been doing that with Slipknot. Like people being kicked from the band and being constantly replaced. It's like, yikes. I hope you guys understand where my frustration is when it comes to that. Oh, yeah, that is true. Like I do like some Slipknot music. Don't get me wrong. Like I even have their first ever album, their self-titled in like CD form. But they kind of have become a product. Like, geez, you know, I found it interesting. Like, I started learning about their early history, and like, they used to have like tags in their, well, no, not tags, but like product number scan codes, like what you would get at like a grocery store. There's that little line with like they had that in their like costumes to represent like, you know, like they're no, like they're not people, that they're like products or something. And now like looking at them now, it I don't want to seem like ironic, but it's interesting to say the least. AI is the devil. It is. You know, I actually was talking to a friend a couple days ago, and he is on the AI train. Like he loves AI and shit, and we were kind of debating it. Uh oh. Let me take care of that. Just give me a sec. All right, come on. There. Perfect. What was I going to say? Oh, um, what was I going to say? Oh, we were like talking about like not just AI, but we were also talking about like robotics. And I brought up like deep sea welding, and I was saying basically, I would personally be okay if like robots were to do like deep sea welding, because I've heard some horror stories about like deep sea welding. Like as much as you will get paid a lot for being in that field, it's insane. I would never encourage anyone to like go and do like deep sea welding. And he was like, "Yeah, yeah, I agree." And then when I bring up the AI stuff, he was like, "No, man, it's the future." And you know, it's kind of crazy too when it comes to the AI bubble. Like a lot of these businesses, like Nvidia, uh, we all accept the Steam machine. Like, okay, we accept, we all accept the Steam machine will be like 600 euros, but now I think it will be six. Well, uh oh. Tour of the Hunter. Yeah, no, I can imagine that, but yeah. Actually, you know, to bring up uh my trip to Europe or like something like that. I find it crazy that, how do you put this? Yeah, I it's gonna be an interesting thing going to Europe, and like I heard the exchange rate is like, I wonder what it is. I think it was like around like 80 cents or something. Like your euro has a lot more worth than the American dollar. Actually, it's like something. No, it's not 80 cents. I think it's like $4. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. But no, that AI shit, it's gonna pop, and I can't wait until it pops because it's. I just give me a sec. I don't use the term evil lightly, but I generally do think that AI is a evil. It is. It's a Frankenstein. It's a Frankenstein's monster. It's a terrible, it, a truly terrible thing. It's anti-environment. It's anti-worker. It's certainly like anti-creativity. It's for no one. The only people who like it is the people who can say, I can get rid of this worker, and say, ah, disposable. That that's the kind of person who really loves it because they know that they can get away with underpaying and understaffing like actual real people. I need a new PC, but I need to save up €1,000 because I can't to get a decent. I get that, yeah. Like it really is wild to me that, like, I don't know. I Don't get me wrong, it is a good time to be alive. Like we have so much advanced technology that past generations can only dream of. But I do think like I wanted to go for 500, 600 euros. I'm a console player, so I don't know anything about computers. Um. Oh no! Oh, computers can be, well, most people know that it is expensive, really expensive, for like an actually good functioning PC. For work, obviously, and you know, gaming stuff, it can be pretty expensive. PC gaming is actually a bit more cheaper than like console gaming actually. Like with things like Steam and stuff like that. Okay, I need to get more water. It's just gonna be me running down getting water for this part of the project. I'm a console player, but I have a junk laptop and I don't know when it dies. Uh oh. There we go. Yeah. Actually, in the future, I am planning on like, I'm streaming from my laptop, and I hear like with other streamers and content creators, they have like those giant PCs. But I'm not going to like fork over $1,000 just for like a giant like thing like that. Not until like the future. But like, I don't know. I planned to. Oh, that's sick. Nice. Cool, dude. But I don't know. Getting a tattoo, for example, and usually like I've only like to compare like a console, like buying a console or a new computer to like a tattoo. I'm more okay with like forking over like a sizable amount of money to like get like a tattoo because it's going to be on me for forever. But console, that's a bit more different. I don't want an AI operating system. Yeah. They keep they keep saying use the AI, use the AI. Brother, I don't want to use the AI. Fuck Windows. Yeah. You don't have to tell me twice. Eventually it will like people will eventually like get more aggressive with like the AI sentiment that eventually when the AI bubble pops, like when it does, I feel like I believe the movie Heretic actually like I need to watch that movie. I hear it's pretty good, but they had like said at the end of the movie we did not use any generative AI in this movie. And I think I don't want to say like that's going to become like a standard thing, but it might. It really might. Like I'm a Clippy. If you heard a Clippy, what is a Clippy? Is that like something in Europe, Germany, or anything like that? I've never heard of the term Clippy before. Please enlighten not just me but the chat because this can be like a form of educational stuff. I always like learning, so go on. The movement. Hmm. Yeah, never heard of that term. Interesting. All right. Probably typing in chat, maybe. All right. Perfect. Need to fix this. This is going to take a bit. All right. I hope to get this whole project done today, but Mmm. I need to take care of that cow. That was the only way of taking care of that. Um. Let's see. Oh, what are you guys doing for the weekend coming up, actually? Like, if there's anything fun you guys are planning on doing, just let me know. Because I like to hear what you guys are up to. Everything like that is fun. I like to hear what people like to, well, what they're doing for the weekend. And I will be back on Saturday, actually. And I will be doing a tier list stream, actually. Whoa. Okay. Whoa, dude. That's. That was started. For right to fix. You know what? Uh like I wasn't familiar with the term, but yeah, yeah, I know that. Yeah, I've heard of that. Right to prepare, repair. Yeah, like yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. the The term kind of like uh made me like scratch my head a little bit, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's you know what? That's awesome. Good for you. You know what? We have something. Well, we did. You're fucking. I'm sorry. Listen. I just if like if you want to subscribe, that's always fine. But I just have the ads just so I can make some money. My apologies. Smart, which is Raver. I'm sorry, but hey, that you know, I'm gonna be making emotes. It's gonna be pretty cool. The emotes are gonna be pretty fire. All gonna be based around like monsters and stuff like that. One of my hyperfixations. Gonna have like vampires as like my emote thing with like vampires, werewolves, demons, like that kind of stuff. I was drawing a couple days ago to like you know design something, and I hope to get those like out by like late February, early March. I think you guys might like it. And cool badges too. I'm gonna make some cool badges, and you know, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be really fun. When you buy a smart fridge, like a Samsung one, it was like in the past ad free, and now after an update, it has ads. Oh, I hate that. You know, I hear a lot of people in my personal life who, they like the streaming services like Spotify, Apple Music, even like streaming services like Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, all that stuff. And like they complain about the ads. Companies now charge tolls after the sale. Yeah. No, like I've been telling everyone I know, like like physical media is a bit expensive, like vinyls or CDs, cassette tapes, DVDs, like that kind of stuff. But there's so many good benefits to actually getting physical media. Like I still collect CDs and vinyls, cassette tapes, and like DVDs and other physical forms of media, just because it is like you know it can hold history, and you don't have to pay for any ads, obviously. So like I don't know. I wish more people embrace like physical media again, or like there has been like a revival of bringing back those kinds of you know products, but I think more people should start buying like DVDs, and maybe not like HD. What's that thing called? I'll just call them tapes. There is a smart picture frame that was free use after you bought it, but now you need to pay every month to use it. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Why? Why? Dude, there's no world. Now, in my personal world, is that okay? But what the hell? That's insane. The right to repair and all this stuff, that needs to be more mainstream. Like, I'm not big into like the farming, like agriculture stuff. Like, like besides in video games, like I don't live on a farm or anything, but I hear with like John Deere, like during a like when they're working out there, the system will lock them out, and then they're not able to actually like go out and like do their work. And a specialist has to turn it back on from John Deere in order for the machine to work again. And like there are some people who are farmers that make a lot of money, yes, and they can like afford like some financial losses, but not every farmer is in that position, and they have to use like older equipment to like avoid stuff like that. Like, jeez, can you imagine like you're trying to like I think the United States exports a lot of soybeans. But imagine like a soybean farmer who, is trying to like take care of everything before like the season is over, and then like oh, your device locks you out. Now you can't, get the soybeans out. Like, jeez. It's rough. They don't want you to fix your car because it is unsafe. They should sell your data? Question. I have no idea. Like, there's so much power in, like, the major corporations. Like, okay. I don't know how you guys personally feel about this. Well, actually, before I say anything, let me just see the beautiful ravine over here. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I don't like the idea of massive surveillance. Well, with governments, that's one thing. But with all these different corporations that are constantly spying on us and, like, using our data for, more ways of extracting money, I understand, like, that's like their incentive, but I feel like there should be, like, a barrier of, like, actual living and not being a commodity. Like, I don't think that's, like, meant. I don't think that's good for, like, the human race if we allow for this kind of, like, always marketability of, like, data collection. I don't think it's not healthy. Since you are from the United States, have you ever heard of flock cameras? I believe I've heard that term before, but are the cameras in the United States, for, like, not all of them are, like, to, like, the best standard. But no, I think I've heard that term before. But geez. I know, like, what I'm talking about exists in other countries too, but I just feel like in my country that, like, we try to think of, like, hanging out together as people and communities as, like, oh, you have to go to the mall, you have to go to, like, this and this place, like, the AI cameras that look at the car license plate and how you. Oh gosh. Have you ever heard of the term the great filter? It's a term that basically, like, it's the idea that it kind of applies to outer space. It kind of applies to outer space, just to be clear, with aliens and stuff like that. But basically, at a certain point when a civilization progresses, like, they get, like, nuclear energy, and they have, like, I say instant communication types of I say instant communication kind of resources. Eventually, the machines will cause the downfall of that species to the point where it will never go to. It will never go to, like, that. We'll never be, like, traveling in outer space for, like, another species to see us because our downfall already happened. I just think of Big Brother is watching you when I hear the surveillance that comes to the United States. Yeah, it's it's well, it's always been here, or that we live in the Black Mirror episode. Yeah, yeah, we live in a Black Mirror episode. But instead of like, especially like earlier seasons of Black Mirror, where the shit in the early episodes are going down, no, like, there's this one Black Mirror episode where a person, like, your memories are like, cameras are in your eyes, and then everything you see and hear, you can play it back in your memory thing, like a movie, kinda. And it's like, oh my gosh. Black Mirror. Oh my gosh. That really messes with me. Mm. Uh oh. Uh oh. That that's like the one show that it kind of gives me like a real terrible headache. It's a great show, but man, does it kind of mess with you. Oop. There we go. You know what to do. There we go. Thank goodness for iron golems. But yeah. What have you guys been watching for television chat? Like old shows, movies, like all that kind of stuff. Like I've been oh, I could say about which YouTuber I watched, but I won't until I get asked or told. Well, what type of uh like besides like show or movie, what have you guys been watching recently? Anime, YouTube, here on Twitch obviously. Like what you guys been watching? I've been watching a couple stuff and I just want to know what you guys have been watching. Not for data collection to be clear, just to like, you know, I don't promote channels in a stream. Okay, sure. You know what? Actually, yeah. I've been watching a little bit of what have I been watching? Only if I'm followed. Oh, I see. I get that. But yeah. What was I going to say? I've been watching a couple shows at the same time. I've been watching The Simpsons, um, Adventure Time recently, and I was just starting to watch like. Yes, I have watched Evil. Only like season 1 and a little bit of season 2. But yeah, I've watched a bit of Evil. You love it? Awesome. That's sick. Yeah, it's a really great show. I was watching The Strained last night and I was really loving it. It's a really great vampire show, but it doesn't really act like, you know, other vampire shows or other kinds of media like it. But that's good. There's a lot of good like fantasy horror stuff. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm thinking? I see some water. I could jump in it. You want to see something exciting? get a jolt of energy a little bit. I'm gonna I'm going to do it. Man. That was terrifying, but that man was that actually fun. Wow. Have you ever, if you have Netflix, watch Archive 81? Yeah, I'll have to look at it. I'll have to check it out because yeah. Sounds interesting. You know, actually, I think they took it off, like Netflix, and I'm very mad that they took it. But obviously, you know, they have licenses and stuff like that expire. But my favorite show of Supernatural, it is, I think it's been taken off of Netflix or it's in the process of leaving. But man, I'm gonna miss watching all that. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. I have a lot of shows that I love. Things like The Simpsons, Futurama, Adventure Time, The Munsters, and The Addams Family. And a bunch of other stuff. You follow a guy that fixes tapes that are cursed. Ah, cool, cool. I will, yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. Sounds interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of things to check out now. You know, every time I stream or I'm interacting with someone like people online, and then I see like all these new like things being brought up to me, and I say, "Oh, that's actually interesting." Like, and then I watch it. Man, I've been exposed to new interesting things now. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I learn so many new stuff all the time. Yepers. But yeah. Let's see. Let me see if I have. Okay, I don't have enough to like. Well, actually, that's not really true. Let me see. Melons. But there's no water here. I would like maybe like go into creative, but I try and make this world as much like survival as I can. So I don't know. It's kind of hard because I don't want to constantly go run up and down and up and down, like you know. So I don't know. You know what? I actually might. I might actually just put like uh, a little water source around here so I can have like some water to access. You know what I mean? Because I will be using this area a lot, and I'm gonna make this like a little paradise, kind of. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Should I just like constantly run back down to like the water sources, or should I just like, I don't know, put like a water source somewhere around here? Run back and suffer. You know, that sounds tempting, but I'm not too much of a masochist to like inflict myself with that much pain. So probably not. But maybe next time, okay? Oh my. Let's see. No need this. Don't worry. You'll see me suffer in some other period. I should like I've never heard of that, but based on that specific thing, I'm probably going to assume I would suffer in that game. And you know what? I'm not going to do that, man. I'm not going to do it. It's parry or die. Oh my gosh. Then probably not. Oh dear. Alright. Just give me a sec. Where's the settings? Is this it? Okay, it is. Awesome. We're just going to be in creative for like a little bit. So this usually goes against what I try to do with this world, but Alright. I think that's enough. What on earth? Wait, what? I thought I was in creative for a sec. Oh my gosh. Here, just give me a sec. Oh no! Back! Oh my gosh. Those are like some other worlds that I have. Oh. What was that? Alright. Personal. Yes. Oh, really? You know what? Then that's probably a good reason why maybe I should not mess around with that. All right. Oh, there we go. I like Dark Souls 1 and 3, but not that. I see. Actually, wait, just give me a sec. I need to turn off a timer. Where is the timer? Oh, there it is. Actually, since you're in here, I don't think I told you, but I am going to play Dark Souls. No, not Dark Souls. No, Bloodborne. If you were here for that, my apologies if I did say that. But yeah, I'm going to try to stream Dark Souls. No, Bloodborne. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm looking forward to that. I am going to be streaming God of War Ragnarok on the 18th, so that'll be pretty fun. And I will try to figure out a time because, like, I'll try to figure out a time for, like, you know. Well, I know that you live in Europe, Tor the Hunter, and, I try to make sure, like, the chat can, like, have, like, the ability to, like, come in. Like, it's not, like, extremely late in this part of the world or that, but, like, I'll try to figure out a time for, like, that, actually. Hmm. Not easy to run. Hmm. Well, I played the original God of War 4, and I even did, like, um Doom Eternal. So I think it can run well, but if it doesn't, then I will have to choose a different story game then. I think my laptop can withstand it, but if it can't, then I will have to, like, find something else cuz I do like story-driven games, and I might well, Halo 2 is, like, one of the games that I'm looking to stream remastered. Well, no, not remastered. I believe it is the anniversary edition. Uh-oh. How about BioShock 1 and 2? Actually, you're the first person who actually has suggested BioShock. I don't know anything about BioShock. All I know is the name, unsurprising, and that's it. Nothing else. I've never even watched a little bit of a breakdown of the lore or anything, so that's, like, it's really fun. Mm, cool. I'll have to. You know what? After the stream, I will look into, like, BioShock, and then I'll think about it. I played it this year for first time and highly recommend it. You know what? Yeah, I'll look into it. Story-driven games have always been, like, something that, well, multiplayer games are fun, yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like it would be, like, extra fun just to, like, experience, like, games that how do you say this? For a long time, I didn't really get to play, like, other kinds of games that people in my demographic, well, age demographic, had, because they had like consoles and everything, and they had like easy accessibility to it, and I did not. But now I have like a gaming PC and oh, that's cool. Nice. But yeah, I'm trying to like get back into the games that I didn't get the opportunity to play when I was younger. So, yeah. You were a Nintendo kid, so I missed a lot of games. Yeah. You know, when it comes to Nintendo, I got to play that obviously, but you know, as I get older, like don't get me wrong, these other kinds of legendary games, well, game series, they're fun and all, but the Nintendo games, I've just been like, oh, it would be so nice just to play a Mario game or like something like that. Or even Sonic. I know that Sonic isn't Nintendo. It's how do you say it? Sega? Yeah. But I don't know. Those games are pretty nice. Nintendo is the most expensive way to. Yeah. I wish they were more affordable. You know, Black Friday, like here in the United States, like just to play, like get that, like Nintendo Switch. Oh, not because of the console, but because of the game prices. Oh, I see. What the? Hold up, we are having an issue here. Oh, okay. This water is so hard to see. All these. Wait. You have a PS5 to play PS4 and PS5? Oh, that's cool. My mom actually got me a refurbished PS4 actually for my birthday coming up. So yeah, I'm very happy about it. It's gonna be really cool. That's how I'm actually gonna play the what's that called? Bloodborne game actually. PS4 games are mostly dirt cheap, really. Hmm. Just buy used. Uh yeah. Okay, wait. Just give me a sec. Just before I go back to survival, I want to get a few things. I want seeds. A lot of seeds. Trust me, it's not worth to buy new games. You know, new games, I like. I kind of like older games actually. Like I brought this up before in like trying to find a fish. Hmm. Tropical fish. If only they had koi in this game, I would love that. default. Perfect. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Now I remember. Um, for a while I was wanting to get like well, I have a PS, well not PS, Xbox 360, and I was wanting to get like a Simpsons game, but I don't know. It's getting more harder to find like old like Xbox 360 like specific games. I really wish that like a lot of like the older games were like, you know, remastered or something, because there's a Simpsons game that I want to play from like 2008 or something. Well, no, not 2008, 2006, and like 2006, 2007, somewhere around that time. Most games under. Oh, interesting. Very cool and fascinating. Um, I'll just put it. I'll just put it this way. No, I'm looking. I'm really looking forward to like going to Europe for a lot of things. Like variety of reasons. I love like seeing other parts of the world. Like I've only been to like several parts of the United States and visited Canada, but I'm really looking forward to like oh like mm, seeing like how other people live their lives in you know Europe. You might laugh at this, but when I think of Europe, I kind of I kind of view it like a Oz kind of place, like Wizard of Oz. Like I know it's I know that Europe is out, like on the other side of the world basically. But like it never feel like up until the point where I'm actually going to be going to Europe and seeing Italy, it never really felt like a place that I could actually go to because I don't make that much money. So it was like, "Oh, it's I know it's out there, but I'm never going over there." But now I'm going to. And now I can like say, "Yeah, I'm going to go there." I hope that makes sense to you because I tried to explain that to like people I know personally, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" It's of course there, but like you can never like if you've ever been to like well, yeah, it does. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that like it's kind of hard to it's kind of really hard to like describe it to people, but you know, like let's just say with Tokyo, Japan, it's out there, but can you actually imagine yourself walking in the streets of Japan in Tokyo? And based on like, the amount of money you can like accumulate in order to go somewhere, like only the extremely like, people who make a lot of money, they can go there and they can actually engage with the people and stuff. It's kind of like that, if that makes sense. Like I'm going to be doing a lot of saving so I can go visit Europe more and actually like, see how other people live. You know what I mean? I really hope that I just don't sound insane because I don't know. I feel like the ability to travel, like, you don't sound insane. Well, thank you. um, I just like, for example, with Canada, like that's like I live really close to like Canada. All right, and a lot of Americans, they don't go well. A lot do, yes, but not all of them do go up there. And like it is a bit expensive to go up to Canada. Like the American dollar has like went down in value, and it's like a bit more expensive than it is to like go up there. Like you lose like 30 cents when you go up there. So every purchase you you use with an American dollar, you need like extra dollars to meet like the same amount as like a Canadian dollar, which is insane. But I don't know. Fortunately, I can go up to Canada and like, I see how like average Canadians live. And I don't know. I think it's a very beautiful thing to see like how other people live. Like I don't know. I really think it really widens your like perspective of like besides the rich and powerful and stuff like that, you see like ordinary people getting their groceries or engaging conversation, like that kind of stuff. I think that's just beautiful. Maybe like I'm trying to find the best words for it, but it's kind of hard to describe. But I like with Florence, for example. Like I know that's a pretty popular place in Italy, for example. But I would love to see like how like ordinary people live their lives, going to work, hanging out with their friends, and like like not doing what the people in Rome are doing. Like I have a friend, and his parents are from uh, Sicily, actually, and you know, like he'll describe to me how his parents and people in the local area in Sicily, they just you know do like a right, like they don't have that much stuff going on in Sicily, like the specific place in Sicily, but people figure out stuff to do, and with social media we only get like such like a small window into the lives of these people. And I bet for like people in Europe or other parts of the world, like they only get such a small slice of what it is to live in this country. Like variety, like most people in this country live in like a rural setting, and I've lived in rural area of rural areas of the country, and it's not like New York City, but you can't pin like an entire identity on this country, on the United States, just because it's giant and vast. I can't speak for like Germany, obviously, but from my understanding, Germany is like, it has a lot of different regional, well, it has like a lot of different regional cultures in Germany, and like you can't like make a concrete definition of a place like Germany that is giant and vast with different kinds of people that live in it. If like I hope that made sense and if that was like a good way of viewing it. But wouldn't you agree? I hope so. Or I was just rambling like I normally do. All right. Yeah, no, I completely get that. Yeah. The only reason I'm going to be able to visit is because I'm going with friends. So, like I'm very fortunate and I don't like I'm not going to ever like say, "Oh, I get to go and you don't." Like that kind of shit. No. I I I think you a person shouldn't I think a person shouldn't go to another place if they like are going to be pushing in people's faces. Pardon my how I use the term, but I think that's a cardinal sin if you're going to flex how much money you have and like you can say, "Oh, I can get this kind of house, like my fourth house or stuff." Like, you know, it makes me furious. Like I'm originally from Texas actually. I don't live in Texas anymore right now, but you know, uh I didn't really get to like do what other kids got to do when I was living in Texas. But you know, yeah, like not like extremely poor or anything, but like lower income, absolutely. So a bit better off now, but not like not like you know. I can't go on a vacation outside the country too much. No, I only drive up to Canada. I never fly and spend like a week up in Canada, like at the most lavish hotel. No, it's you know 3-star kind of hotels or something for only like 3 days. So yeah, I wish everyone had the ability to like see different parts of the world, travel. Maybe one day we'll get to that point. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day or night. So, yep. Come on, everyone. I'm here. When I see that chat message, 20, 22, 27. Okay. Is that. Ay, ay, ay. You know what? Good for you. Uh, well, you're having good time at that time. I won't use AM or PM. Oh fuck. I'm then I'm really screwed. Oh dear. That's crazy to me. Actually, let me check what time it is. I do need to get stuff ready. So I may need to like pick this up at on Monday. Monday might, you know, this part of the world. I will be back, and I'm going to be doing a metal tier list. So, hey, that will be on Saturday. So, just give me a sec stretch. Ugh. Excuse me. Probably gonna end it here now. So, I'm just gonna do it over here in the stream here. So, just give me a sec. All right. Yeah, I had a great time hanging out with you guys. It was really fun. Yeah, I hope you guys are having. Well, just to be clear, chat, when I'm talking like this, I'm also addressing the YouTube audience, so please bear with me. If you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So, yeah. I'm sorry, chat. You had to see that. Okay. But for real, I hope you guys have a great night, day, wherever you are in the world. So, I'll be back on Saturday, and you guys take care. See ya.